I got a call from somebody on Marketplace to come and check this boat out, and he said if I could come and pick it up now, which was like 10:30 at night, he'd knock $100 off the price. And being that it was a boat with a motor, yep, I went and picked it up. Here's a little picture of the motor right here, and it needed a little work, but check this out. I got a smoking deal on this little Pelican Invader boat yesterday. The guy had it on Marketplace, and I contacted him, and he said if I could come and get it, or if I would come and pick it up, he'd knock $100 off the price. The price he had it at was already pretty good. It's kind of worn out down here on the bottom. I think he said he tried to fix it with one of those Harbor Freight patch kits or something. But the problem with the Harbor Freight patch kits is, or plastic welding kit, is that the plastic is not the right kind of plastic. Look, it's like tape. The plastic is not the right kind of plastic for patching Ramex material. I've got the correct stuff, so here we go. I'll do an assessment here in a few minutes. Ugh. Let me get this off my boat. And actually, while I was hauling it home, one of my straps up here broke about a block from my house, and the thing started sliding off the back. But lucky it didn't happen. It did not happen on the highway. So, because usually I tighten these straps and I'll shove it backwards so it tightens them down, and then I'll tie the front. I just tied it all down at once. I've already looked up the information on the person the boat's registered to, and I found the phone number of the guy it's registered to on the internet, so I'm going to contact him. Hopefully there's nothing shady about the boat when I contact him, but we'll see. I mean, if he wants it, he can just give me what I paid for it. He can have his boat back. All right, here we go. We've got one handle up here up front that's broken. Easy fix. Some of the side trim is loose. We've got these silly little reflectors on it. Yeah, the side trim here is loose. Yeah. Looks like the boat is just stapled together. So it's got that. It has foam in. Okay, where was I? I just got interrupted. Now this, I hadn't really looked at this yet. Oh, this is some crazy tape. But yeah, these are drag marks where the boat was getting dragged around. This is silicone, and I'll hit it with a heat gun and take all this stuff off. I'll repair it. Yeah. But that's, for me, that's an easy fix. I don't see any other damage other than that. Looks like it got some pretty good use. Got drains, so any water that gets in the hull, you can flip it on its side and drain the water out. I think there's one. No, it's only on one side. And when I flipped it over just now, I could hear the styrofoam on the inside flopping around. But all right, this is gonna be a little bit. Do my little drag video now. So here we go. Pelican Invader chopper. I have to flip it on its side and push it through the gate. I can't drag that through there. I don't think I can anyway. Alright, I had to get a picture of this. Look at this garbage. This is how they tried to fix it. I don't know what this is, but look, it's still wet. Look at this. That's probably one of those shitty little welding kits. I tell you, if you don't know what you're doing, don't mess with this stuff, man. I'll patch it. I'll patch it good. Man, I can imagine what's under this one. I was using my heat gun to loosen all this stuff up, but I'll be able to fix it. No big deal. I'll make it stronger than it was before. Yeah, it's thick plastic, but you know when people start dragging it, I mean, I'll go to the boat ramp and I'll see these people with their Hobie kayaks and they're just dragging it from their car all the way to the water across the lot. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Here's the piece that was over here in the corner. It looks like there's a hole in this one too, but it's not as bad. But yeah, it's a project, but I can fix it. I'm going to contact the guy who it's registered to right now and see if I can get the title transferred over. These are pictures of the damage that the boat had before I fixed it. I used ice to try and get the silicone off. It kind of sort of worked. I cut wire mesh to match the holes that it needs. One of them is off screen here. I'll patch them with random colors of plastic because this is all going to be coated with the dark green after I'm done. Right here I've got the wire mesh melted in. And you can see under this corner one where I've patched the hole before I put the wire mesh down. This is where I'm coating it with more plastic after the repairs are done. There's one patch left to do here. Enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, here's the finished product. I saved my dark green or evergreen, which was closest to for the outside coating, but the inside of this is green and yellow or whatever other colors I had, but those were just filler. So this is actually this thick. So I sealed it. I put wire mesh on here, here, and here. This one I just added some extra plastic to it because it wasn't leaking or nothing. It just needed some shaping. So she's repaired. I guess my next video will be a water test. It's got a drain hole over here on the side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open that up, put water in it, stand it on end, and see if any water comes out of the end of it. Thanks for watching. Alright, well, I've got the hole full of water. Of course the grass is in the way, but I'm done touching all this down here. Nothing's leaking. So she's patched. Pretty nice little boat. I haven't really sat in it yet. But what I did was, it's on the other side. I took my water hose, I put a bunch of water in it. Of course you can't hear it with all that noise I'm making, but it is full of water. See if you can hear it when I tilt it back this way. Yeah, that's a lot of water. So, tilt it on its side again. Whoa, get the water to drain out of it. I'll just leave it like that for now. But you can see there's nothing wet here. There's a lot of water in there. not pretty, but it's not leaking. Got the little boat all washed out. This thing was full of like red caliche dirt. Like maybe somebody had it out in the country, I guess. I don't know. There's one of these on the back was falling off. I think maybe I'll add a couple of screws to it to make it stay there. Probably shave off a little bit from the bottom and then put it back on so that it's fitting a little better. I guess that's for when you're towing it, whichever direction you're putting it. It's got a reflector on it. It's a nice looking little boat. 12-footer. Retails for about 800 bucks. I completed my patchwork on it. I still got to get some of that ugly leftover silicone off of there, but smooth this out a little more. Doesn't leak. Yeah, see, here's some of that dirt. Yeah, look where they'd taken the serial number off of it. Yep, pretty cool little boat. But what I'm going to do is, since I have the serial number, I'll take my engraver and I'll etch it back in the correct serial number. Maybe even etch it in somewhere else. I'm in the process of modifying the Pelican Intruder. We're not modifying it, but just adding some little mods to it to make it work a little better. Added reflectors. This is two-sided tape here, but I went ahead and added some stainless steel screws to it. I put a dock line. This is actually a bungee dock line. I added some heavy-duty anchor points. It's got built-in rod holders. I added a homemade gear track and a homemade camera mount or whatever mount. Add some drink holders to it. Add a little strip of magnet down here, so if you have a lure, you can set your lure there and let it dry out. Added a 3-foot ruler, and I got it connected on there with 3 palm rivets. They're basically plastic pop rivets. I added a magnet here. Here's another one of those drink holders. Tool caddy. Made that out of PVC, handmade by me. There's another gear track I made. These are made out of plastic cutting board. It's a half inch strip in the back and a 1/4 inch strip on the top. Did it with a router. Then I did a 1/2 inch on the ends for inserting the gear mounts. If you decide to make some of these, I have a video on it. But don't try to cut those tracks in a piece that small. Do it on a full board and then cut them to size. And here's the back end. I put a reflector light back here too, so if you have it in the back of the truck, you got a reflector on it. I had some repairs that I did on the bottom. Can't flip it right now because all my stuff's in it. All my hardware I use is stainless steel or plastic. And actually that's just something I just started because I just got the pop rivet gun for that. Pelican Intruder 2020. Thanks for watching.